This is the Guitarist's Guide to the 2026 Grammys. I'm Johnny Stewart, and welcome to John's Guitar Lounge. Now, there's so much really cool guitar stuff coming up in the 2026 Grammys, which is pretty unusual for popular music lately, but there's so much great stuff coming up that I had to make this video and tell you about it, even though I've been doing all my videos from the 2026 NAMM show that I've been posting and that I'll keep posting for the next several weeks right here on my channel. But I had to take a break from that so I can tell you about all the awesome stuff coming up tonight at the 2026 Grammys. Now, I think the coolest performance tonight is going to be the tribute to Ozzy Osbourne. Post Malone is going to be hosting that and leading that, but it's also going to have Slash and Duff McKagan from Guns N' Roses and some awesome performers doing that tribute, so you gotta check that out. It's gonna be a guitar player's dream. Now, getting to the nominations, obviously the biggest categories are like, pop vocals and pop album and all that stuff, and Miley Cyrus and Chappell Roan and all them. They're all awesome, and I've got a ton of respect for all these artists, but I'm gonna focus on the ones where guitars are taking more of a central role. One category that I'm super excited to see is the Best Rock Performance category, and there are some great performers and performances in that, but I think the best one has to be the tribute to Ozzy Osbourne. Different people than the ones performing tonight are actually nominated for that, and that's from the Back to the Beginning concert, which was a tribute to Ozzy and to Black Sabbath, which ended up being basically a big farewell to Ozzy. Basically, Ozzy Osbourne got to sing for and be at his own funeral and his own eulogy, which in retrospect, I think was incredibly special and incredibly important. So who's nominated for this Ozzy tribute? Awesome new singer Yungblud, guitar great Nuno Bettencourt, you gotta know Nuno, Frank Bello, and Adam Wakeman for their truly heart-wrenching performance during that concert of the song Changes. Now, moving into country music for a minute, I've got to give a shout out to Chris Stapleton for being nominated in two of the biggest categories. Best Country Solo Performance, which I really think he should win, even though everybody in that category is awesome. And Best Country Song for his duet with Miranda Lambert. In those same two categories, I've got to give a huge honorable mention to everybody in there, but especially Zach Top, who I think is one of the most exciting new country performers out there right now. And speaking of Zach Top, I think he's got a really good shot at winning Best Traditional Country Album for his new album, Ain't In It For My Health, even though he's up against some incredible competition like Willie Nelson and Margot Price and staples of the industry. And if that wasn't enough, then Chris Stapleton is also nominated along with the one and only George Strait for Best Country Duo or Group Performance, as well as Chris Stapleton also being nominated in that same category with Miranda Lambert for that same song, A Song to Sing, that he's nominated in the other category for. So yes, he's competing against himself. So I think Chris Stapleton has a really good chance at getting something tonight. I've also got to say, another one of my favorite guitar players and singers and songwriters, Jason Isbell, is nominated for a bunch of Grammys as well, and I really hope that he wins every single one of them, even though he's also up against some really stiff competition. If the name Jason Isbell for some reason does not ring a bell to you, you have heard his amazing music if you've seen the movie A Star Is Born with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. So Jason Isbell is nominated for the 2026 Grammy for Best Americana Roots Performance, Best Americana Roots Song, and Best Folk Album. Now, the 2026 Grammy category Best Americana Album is really tough for me to figure out because I like everything in there, especially Willie Nelson, Molly Tuttle, and Larkin Poe. They're all nominated, and I think they've all got a great shot at winning. Now, one of my favorite musicians, Sierra Hull, the mandolin player, is nominated for 3 big awards tonight. Best Americana Performance, Best Instrumental Composition, and Best Bluegrass Album. But for the Best Bluegrass Album one, as much as I like Sierra, I've got to give that one to Billy Strings. And if you have not somehow heard this kid play, you gotta check him out because he is one of the best guitar players on the scene right now in any genre of music. Now, as you guys all know, I'm huge into the blues. I love to play the blues, I love to listen to the blues, and there are 2 big blues album categories for the 2026 Grammys this year. So the first one is the Best Traditional Blues Album, and everybody on this list is so deserving of it. Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Charlie Musselwhite, but for me, it's a draw between Buddy Guy's new album, Ain't Done With the Blues, and the incredible masterpiece of an album, Room on the Porch, by Keb Mo and Taj Mahal. And Keb Mo is an amazing guy, and I've just got to root for him no matter what. Now, for Best Contemporary Blues Album, again, it is hard to choose just one because all 5 of these albums are incredible. All 5 of these performers are amazing. Robert Randolph, you can't say enough about him. Samantha Fish, she's tearing it up every single time she gets on the stage and picks up a guitar. But for me, again, it's another toss-up between Eric Gales, who's been one of my favorite guitar players since I was like 12 years old and he put out his very first album. He's made such an incredible comeback in the last few years. And Joe Bonamassa is the other one who's nominated in this category. And I don't know, I gotta give it to Joe. I think Joe's the best blues guitar player out there right now. Funny enough, Joe has been quoted as saying that he thinks that Eric Gales is the best blues guitar player on the scene right now. So I think it'll be either one of those two guys. So good luck to everybody who's nominated at the 2026 Grammys. Have fun watching. I will be right here in the Guitar Lounge watching, and I'm gonna keep on working in the meantime until the Grammys start on editing more of my videos from the 2026 NAMM show, including interviews with some amazing guitar players and musicians like the Warren Treaty, Mike Campese, Lawrence Juber from Paul McCartney's band Wings. I mean, we've got some exciting stuff coming up, so stay tuned for all that.